Hey, Crimson Tide fans, welcome in to our first edition of the Alabama Adapted Athletics Coaches Show here in Strandhorn Arena. I'm here today with Alabama Adapted Track and Field head coach Evan Williams. Evan, thank you for joining me today. How's your summer been going?
It's been good. Thank you for having me.
Appreciate you on the show today, so let's go ahead and get right into it. First off, what can fans expect from this track and field program that they haven't really seen before from our other adapted programs?
It's going to be kind of a learning process at the beginning. We're really excited to be able to kind of introduce this to our fans. There's a couple other schools that have done it, and we're just really excited to be able to kind of get into that as well. The kind of big schools that we'll be competing with are probably the University of Arizona as well as the University of Illinois. They've kind of paved the way for quite a bit of the adaptive track, so we're really excited to kind of be able to get into that and kind of make ourselves one of those top schools in the area as well.
Now, when the position came available for a track and field head coach, what made you want to jump on that opportunity?
Last summer, Dr. Hardin came to me and kind of asked if this would be something I would be interested in. Before I came to college, I had done track for about 7 years, and he had knew that when I came in, it was either going to be me coming here for basketball or me going to the University of Arizona for track. So he knew that was within my background and came to me and asked if this would be something I'd be interested in helping start within the next year. So I was really honored to be able to be offered that position and kind of be able to pave the way for it.
Yeah, so that kind of brought me into my next question. You played basketball here. You have a background of basketball. What was your background of track and field? You said you were going to go to Arizona to play track and field.
I was, yes. Coming into college, those are my kind of two options that I was between. So I started my adaptive sports were actually with track. So I did those for 7 years, and I did basketball for 6. And kind of when it came to going to college, it kind of came up to which one I wanted to actually pursue more in my collegiate career. And I'm very happy that that decision led me to the University of Alabama and was able to introduce me with this opportunity as well.
There are a lot of challenges starting up a new program. What are some of those challenges that you and the rest of the department have kind of already had to face?
Right now, one of the big ones is, of course, funding. It's not easy to start a program. So that's a big one. And as well as we're trying to figure out all the logistics of practicing and competing and what that will mean and kind of how often we'll actually be able to compete against other adapted programs rather than just going to some open meets and being able to get official times, official distances, rather than being able to actually compete against other athletes. So those are some kind of logistical issues that we're trying to figure out what is going to be best for our athletes to compete in.
And when could fans be able to expect that track and field program to get started and be able to see an event?
We're looking to start next year. We have 3 athletes coming in the fall. The season will be from about March till about June is what we're looking at right now. So we're hoping to be able to have our first meets, whether that be with other adapted programs or whether that be with an open meet that we just go to as a college to hopefully be kind of March or April.
So you said you have 3 athletes coming in this upcoming school year. Have you already been out then on the recruiting trail trying to get athletes?
We didn't really have to do a whole lot of recruiting for these first athletes. One of them is transferring over from our women's basketball team, and we have 2 incoming freshmen. And they really just reached out to Dr. Hardin and asked if this program was going to be happening. And luckily enough for them, it was something we were looking to do this coming year. And so we had them come out on some visits, and we're able to get them here. We also have a lot of interest in upcoming years now that we have officially announced the program. So that's something we're really excited for as well.
Well, once again, thank you for coming in today and joining us, Coach Williams. That's all we have for you today. And thank you, Crimson Tide fans, for tuning in today for the first episode of the Coaches Show here in the 23-24 season. Be sure to follow us on social media at Bama Adapted on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube where you're watching right now. And thank you for all of our amazing sponsors as well. Honey Stinger, Hollister, Jalapenos, and many others. And be sure to tune in next week for another episode of Alabama Adapted Athletics Coaches Show. Thank you, and roll tide.